What's going on, people? So for today's video, I'm going to be talking about watching Dragon Ball as a grown man. I first started watching Dragon Ball at 30 years old. It was about a year and I would say 3 or 4 months ago. So I was 30 years old at the time. I'm 31 now, but I briefly talked about it in one of my older videos that I did where I was talking about Baki, which is another excellent anime. And I had started watching on Hulu and I was watching the English dub version, but Hulu got rid of that and they only had the version with the subtitles. Well, I lose focus quite often, or I might look down at my phone. So I need to have the English dub version so I don't have to keep rewinding to see what is going on. So when Hulu got rid of the English dub version, I just was like, okay, well, I guess I can't watch it. But then recently, a couple of weeks ago, I was just searching online, trying to watch it for free, but couldn't find anywhere to watch it for free in order like I wanted to. Keep in mind, this came out in 1986, which was 2 years before I was even born. And I found Funimation. And I'm one of those people who's always against paying monthly subscriptions. But I said, you know, I can just buy less monsters in the month after my workouts and I can pay for this Funimation subscription. So that's what I decided to do. And now I've been going down the Dragon Ball rabbit hole. So what I have learned so far, it's crazy that I didn't watch this as a kid and some of my friends watched it who I grew up with. I don't really keep in touch with them anymore, but I just remember being like, no, I'm gonna go play basketball outside. But if I would have watched Dragon Ball growing up, my athletic career would have definitely took a different path, because I would have gotten focused on stuff like martial arts and things like that versus something like basketball. Maybe I still would have played basketball, but I really would have wanted to learn mixed martial arts for sure. Outside of the karate classes that I took at the YMCA, which was something that my mom forced me into, I feel like I would have wanted to do wrestling or something like that. But one of the main things that I learned, and it's the reason for me making this video, is looking at Goku grow up and seeing how he was just clueless about a lot of the world, but his focus was just on training and getting better every day. That was his primary goal. Him and Krillin, like, they had a goal to get better, but the way they got better was by working at it. And a term that I recently started using thanks to Dragon Ball, and I'm only on season 2, is isolate and elevate. And it just reminds me of when Goku and Krillin went to train with Master Roshi on his island, and they were completely secluded from everyone, and they trained every day, but they were working on things like, you know, agility, endurance, speed. It wasn't even fighting or sparring yet, and they were just working on building up their foundation, building up their base. So I think that's important no matter what type of training you do. I think it's important to set a foundation. And if you want to take your training seriously, then you have to be surrounded by people that have that same mindset. Because if Goku went to train with Master Roshi and Krillin wasn't really serious about training, he just wants to learn a few things, then it would just mess up the flow of things. So that also brings up the whole isolation point. If people have different goals than you, that is perfectly fine. You don't have to pressure them into doing what you want to do or believing in what you believe in, but don't let someone else's goals affect what you're trying to do or what you're trying to accomplish. if they are in just at a different point of their life than you, and what they do will impact your progress, then you have to isolate yourself from them. That's what it's going to take to get to that next level of your training. Also, as a result of watching Dragon Ball, oh, I forgot to show off my shirt from Target, my Dragon Ball shirt, cut the sleeves off and everything. But also as a result of watching Dragon Ball, I started mixed martial arts. I took my first Muay Thai class yesterday and I loved it. So I will be having some future videos on that, talking about my experience. I'm not sure how much footage I'll be able to get at my gym because one, I'm still learning, so I don't really care to have a camera in there while I'm learning. That would just be a distraction. But as I get better, hopefully I'll meet some people in the mixed martial arts community and I can do some collabs with them and shoot some videos to go over certain techniques and self-defense and things like that. So definitely looking at incorporating that into my channel. Now I am still lifting weights, not as much as I used to. I'm going to be doing 3 to 4 full body workouts per week now. And then for my MMA training, well, Muay Thai, I'm going to do that at least 2 times a week, but I'm thinking 3 times a week. And I'm also going to try out Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu just to see how I like it, but I for sure want to practice both Muay Thai and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but I'm not sure if I should practice them at the same time or focus on one. So if you have any insight or advice for me for that, let me know, because this is something that's brand new to me. And I'm also going to get back to fight predictions on my channel, but I have to find a way to incorporate that in with the training that I'm doing. So I'm thinking of a new series. Not exactly sure how I'm going to incorporate that into the channel, but I still want the channel to be fitness and training based. So I just wanted to briefly talk to you all about that, tell you all some of the things that I learned from watching Dragon Ball, and I'm only on season 2. So that means I will have more videos coming out if you all like this type of video where I'm just talking about things that I learned from great shows, legendary shows like Dragon Ball. So if you like this video, please hit that like button. It helps my channel to grow. And also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Catch you on the next video. Peace.